Welcome to another MP4Nation.net video overview. Today we're looking at the new Nationite S Flo2. The S Flo2 has a very nice 3.5-inch MVA screen with a capacitive touchscreen panel. It has the Rockchip RK2806 built in. The media processor can handle AVI, RMVB, FLV, MKV files all up to a resolution of 1280 by 720. But this is first and foremost a hi-fi audio player. The reason it's a hi-fi audio player is that it has built-in specialized audio components that give it exceptionally good audio quality. And I'm just going to show you this opened up version of the S Flo2 to show you some of the hardware. Here's the Rockchip RK2806 media processor. Up here are the slots for the flash memory. This opened up version has 16 GB of internal memory. So does this, but there is a 2 GB and 8 GB variant. Now it's over here that we have our specialized audio hardware. Down here are two Wolfenson audio DACs, one for the left, one for the right audio channel. There are also two built-in amps, one for the dedicated line out, the amps by Philips, and another Texas Instrument amp for the headphone out. And around them are other specialized audio components, all of which provide for exquisite audio quality. Now you can only take my word for it in this video review, but if you're in front of your computer and have your browser open, I strongly recommend you to either check out forums or Google S Flo2 reviews, and you'll find plenty of people comparing this to other high-end hi-fi audio devices, portable devices, and the S Flo2 always comes up either on par or better than most other hi-fi portable audio devices, and most of those cost more or twice as much as the going price of an S Flo2. So you really will be happy with the sound quality, especially if you're coming from a standard player like a Zune or an iPod or a Creative Zen. You will really be blown away with the sound quality. So please check out those reviews, and I'm sure you can see I'm not bluffing. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the player. You have your, as I said, a dedicated line out and a headphone out. If you're an audiophile, you'll right away know what to do with the line out. You can connect it up to an amp and use another hi-fi headphones to get really good sound quality. The headphone out will drive just about any earphones or any standard headphones out there, mainly because of the Texas Instrument amp that's built into this. It also has a scroll wheel for the volume. I know it seems a little antiquated, out of date to have a scroll wheel on a player, but it does allow for more accurate control over the volume. It does also have a 5-pin USB slot over here. It also comes with the built-in micro SD slot. Right now I have a 16 GB chip, 16 GB card in it. As I said, this has a 16 GB of internal memory and a 16 GB card, all of which will make for 32 GB of memory. For music, when it comes to music, both internal and external memory are all read together at the same time. So basically, it acts like one big music list. So you can literally have 32 GB of music on this. But if you buy the 2 GB version, which is a lot cheaper, you can just play off micro SD because it all integrates into one. So you can save money if you already have your own micro SD cards. Right. Let me just show you how the S Flo2's form factor stacks up next to my Nexus 1. The Nexus 1 has just about the same form factor as an iPhone. So those who have an iPhone or know what an iPhone looks like will have a good feeling for what the S Flo2 looks like. And see, it's just a little thicker, but it is smaller than the Nexus 1. Nice little back design. Overall, actually the Nexus 1 is heavier than the S Flo2, and so is the iPhone. So the S Flo2 isn't that heavy, and it's very slick. It fits very nice into your pocket. Let's turn this on. As I said, it does have a very nice MVA screen with fantastic viewing angles. But again, this is first and foremost an audio player, a video player. But I'll tell you again, the audio quality on your videos will sound like nothing you've heard before because they're just fantastic. And sounds very realistic. Let me show you the music player. Our user interface was created by Mandarin One, our resident Nationite user interface expert. And here's the actual main UI for the music player. Music will only play on this when you have something's connected into the line out or the headphone out. It won't play otherwise. It doesn't have a built-in speaker, so for this I'm just going to connect a Flo S9 speaker to the headphone out, just to show you the difference in the difference in power between the headphone and the line out. Again, something like the line out, you can just, let me turn up the volume. There we go. Something like the line out. Something like the line out, you can connect directly to your own, hi-fi stereo system, and it would sound fantastic. The headphone out, of course, you got, turn up the volume on the speaker and on the player. But now I'm going to show you how it sounds on the line out, and it might be very loud. As you can right away hear the difference in power between the line out and the headphone out, which is completely normal because that's how a line out is supposed to be. And as you see, the line out is completely independent of the volume control. A lot of feedback, a lot of reviews state the line out to actually sound better than the headphone out. But again, you can only really use the line out with another amp or on your hi-fi system. But you will be thoroughly satisfied with the headphone out quality or the line out. But the line out will probably specifically attract the audiophile. Anyway, you got different, change it. You can also change the EQ. You can change the EQ from right up here if you want. Different options. Has a user EQ also. Other presets. And the player does sort by ID3 tags. It does play MP3, WMA, FLAC, OGG file formats. I would highly recommend using MP3 higher bitrate, 320 kilobytes per second files, or FLAC. The reason is if you use lower bitrate audio files on this, you will hear the lower quality on this. You may not have been able to detect it on your previous player, but certainly on a device like this, you'll be able to make out the difference between a low quality bitrate file and a high quality bitrate file. FLAC on this sounds wonderful. Let me just go to all files. It does also allow for directory browsing, if that's what you favor. And again, on this right now, there's almost 16 GB of music. All my music is on the micro SD card and not on the internal memory. But ever since my micro SD card is filling up, I will be using the internal memory to, try to get the full 32 GB used. And for video, again, it's a very powerful, the Rockchip RK2806 processor is very powerful. For example, and again, I'm connected to the line out, so the audio on this is really good. This is a 1280 by 720 resolution AVI file, and it plays flawlessly. The audio from the headphone out for videos will again blow you away. So, this is also a fantastic video player, but it's first and foremost an audio player, because there are other Rockchip RK280 players out there that now come with like TV out and stuff like that, which do give you better bang for your buck. And let me just show you, can scroll forward if you want. There you go.
It is written in the halls of prophecy that Richard Rowell will fail in his quest to defeat
the Seeker. It does have your standard photo viewer also. Go back. It does make little thumbnails. And you got your stand, you can rotate, pan, all your standard stuff. It has a standard ebook. It has a Chinese to English dictionary. I mean, unless you're a Chinese speaking native, you're probably not really going to find that too useful. But I do want to show you a second user interface on this that was also created by Mandarin One, and I think is also pretty cool. Really nice. Ooh. No, just slightly different, so it gives you a bit of an option. But there's also other users making their own custom themes for this, and you can make your own custom theme. If you're interested, head on over to our forums and you can check them out, or learn how to make them. And this is the S Flo2. the Nationite S Flo2, head on over to mp4nation.net if you want to check this player out, or head on over to our forums to discuss this. Thank you.